Sonra giderse geliriz belki.
Oyna biraz atayım
Aa,
abi.
patı.
İndirdin ya canım sen Atilla abi bir denemeyecek mi arkadaş?
Ya unuttum ben bir de oyunu da o yüzden.
Ya unutacak bir şey yok basit ya.
Hemen hatırlıyorsun ya. Ben de
He,
unuttuydum da.
çat çut.
Söyleriz şimdi. Zaten fonksiyonel kağıtlar belli. Artı 4 artı 2 çektiriyor.
He,
Joker belli.
7,
Bir
0.
döndüren atlatan var. Onlar da belli üzerlerinde zaten. 7 kağıtları şey yapıyor. İstediğin adamın kağıdını alabiliyorsun. Kağıtları değiştiriyor. Şey yapıyor. İstediğin adamın kağıdını Sıfırda şey yapıyor. Oyunda komple kağıtları değiştiriyor. He. İstediğin adamın kağıdını Sıfırda şey yapıyor. Oyunda komple kağıtları değiştiriyor. He. Yayını kim dinliyor lan?
Ben açtım da yayını şeyini yapıyordum. Ha şeyi kayıtı çektiniz mi? Gelmedi değil mi? Üçüncü gün bugün.
Gelmedi.
Bakalım ben
Onu
çektim.
kaç tane hak veriyor onda çekilme
İşte
hakkı?
belli değil. 11
30.
gün, 11 gün içinde. 30 mu?
Ha, 30 mu? Günde bir
11
tane
gün.
veriyor. Nasıl 30
3
olur?
gün. O zaman abi işte 11 günse 3 çektik. 11 işte 15 vermiş yani. 30'un yarısını.
Amına kodum.
15 kere çekme hakkın var ya. Gibi.
Kuzen kime küfür ediyorsun?
Cengiz sen mi kuruyordun? Nasıl kuruyordun biliyordun lan sen.
Sen bana mı sordun Cengiz?
He.
Şey ya, Pirlo'ya
Amına
sordum.
kodum gelsen ne olur ya.
Davet atacağım, gelecek
Amına
misin?
kodum oyunu.
Geleceğim ama bir 3 dakika sonra. Bitmek üzere çünkü. Sen de o arada bir tuvalete gidersin.
3 dakika ise atmıyorum davet. Bekleyin o zaman abi. Adam bitirsin
Tamam.
ondan sonra. Çayınızı kahvenizi ne yapıyorsanız yapın.
Evet. Kahve ben de yapayım. Mojno. Türk kahvesi. Evet. Ya ne güzel poker oynuyorduk.
Ya pokerin böyle çok iyi bir versiyonu yok yalnız. Bizim o hani
O
bilgisayarda
güzeldi
oynadığımız
aslında.
bilgisayarda oynadığımız hani Texas Hold'em vardı ya.
O
O
çok
çok
iyi moruk.
iyiydi ya. O
Facebook
çok iyiydi
diyorsunuz değil mi
ya.
siz?
Zinga.
Zynga Facebook.
Facebook'ta Zynga vardı ya. O
Çok
çok
güzel o
iyiydi
ya.
ya.
Evet tabii ben de seviyorum onu.
Yani şeyde PlayStation'da öyle bir şey yakalayamadık yani.
Hmm.
Onun bokuna benim Facebook hesabını çaldılar biliyor musun pokerde?
Allah.
O kaç dehşet bir para yaptım ben böyle.
Kaç tane poker Facebook hesabı açtık anasını satayım o oyun için.
Oğlum ben milyar falan yaptım bir ara. Ondan sonra ipneler bunu parayla satıyorlarmış yani
Ben
şey o.
sattım oğlum. Kaç kere sattım.
Nasıl sattın
Lan
ya?
ben ne bileyim adamlar benim Facebook hesabımı hackleyip o parayı boşaltmışlar.
Kaç kere sattım ben.
Allah Allah. Satıldığını bilmiyordum ben.
200 liraya 1 milyon satıyordum.
Hı. Nasıl
Benim milyar o
devrediyorum?
zaman bayağı bir para ediyormuş lan.
Diyordu tabii canım.
O yüzden çaldı ibneler desene. Ya onda böyle hani para büyüdükçe büyük masalar oturuyorsun ya böyle milyonluk masalara öyle.
Evet o zaman abi
Oğlum
heyecanlı da oluyor.
ya olmaz mı oğlum?
Sabahlar olmuyor ben satayım.
Ben
Ben poker
şeyde
oynamayı
mesela
bilmiyorum lan.
bir tane kentle ben 650 milyon dolar falan kaldırdıydım. Kötü kentli adamı dövdük. birbirimize para aktarımı yapıyorduk ya.
Evet.
Boş bir masaya oturuyorsun, fır fır fır.
Biz bir yerde daha yaptık onu herhalde ya. Cengiz bize atıyordu sürekli para.
Bu oyundu işte abi. En son oynadığımız oyun.
Ha doğru bu oyundu. İçin.
Kostüm Ay.
Evet geldim ben. Hadi iyi geceler beyler.
İyi.
Görüşürüz.
geceler,
İyi
görüşürüz.
geceler.
Hünkar geldi. Hünkar bekliyoruz ya.
Geliyorum abi.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium.
196.753'üymüş.
Any minute now.
96.
Passion just oozing from the stands here.
Onu nereden görüyorsun?
Love their football.
Lider borsa tıkladım oradan bu.
Feast of it.
Hı.
4 defa
Bakayım.
kazanmışım.
Pretty promising.
Leaderboards.
Well, Peter,
Toplam 4 defada 5 defada blöf yapmışım. Başarılı blöf.
26.650. sıradayım.
Başka da yok. Ha davet geldi. Davete gideyim. Bu 500 para var. 500 para ne işe yarıyor? İşte.
eases him off the ball. Yamal has been caught there. It's a foul.
Oradan kart mart bir şey alıyorsun herhalde ya. Dış görünüşü falan değiştiriyorsun. Bilmiyorum tam.
Bize niye atmadın oğlum davet?
Attım da şimdi yeniliyorum. Atilla abiye de gidemez zaten. Bekleyin.
That's a decent clearance.
Hünkar gelene kadar.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
Şimdi atıyorum abi.
Well and stopped it.
Ben tuvalete gideyim bari.
Bu bir softummuş lan bu oyun.
Bu Assassin's Creed'i yapan firma işte.
It's Thuram. It's a lovely neat pass. Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. And here's Eto. Let's a look and take it
Attım
forward.
davet hepinize.
Nedved. Cafu promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Gerrard. It's been intercepted. That's great positioning. So good from him. Neither side especially adventurous early on. It's a searching pass. And this is Pullet. Oh, this is a great position. It's a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And here's Eto. That has been cut short. Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet because neither attack has turned up. And here's Eto. Davids kept his eye on it, and he's there. Pull it, and he's worked it through. And that pass is somewhat... Oh, what a mistake! He is through here.
İlk geldi.
Geldi mi? Ben geldim görünüyorum değil mi? Adamı görüyorum ama.
Sen geldin.
No man's land.
Diğerleri gelmedi.
Oh, super.
Ben bastım geliyorum. Oh no. Ben bunu
13
kartları
yazıyor
satıyorum
benim.
dükkanda.
Eto.
Ali bunun şeyini almış.
Flash. Ronaldinho.
Veteran dedikleri.
Pull it.
Artı 8 var, artı 16 var Cengiz.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Artı 8 artı 16.
Happy to sit back
Yeah.
here. Yeah, everything they're doing screams. And a chance.
O ne?
Artı
Şimdi-
4 yerine artı 8 mi var yani?
Artı 4 de var.
Artı 4 de var, artı 8 de var, artı 16 da var.
Artı 16 da var. Sonra garip şeyler var. Deste 2 katı.
Keeper has reacted superbly there. Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Bitmiyor anasını satayım o oyun.
Besiktas with the corner. There
Yok bu
first.
oyunda mesela en kötüsü de ulan tuvaletin geliyor gidemiyorsun.
And that
Evet.
was somewhat errant. It's Thuram. Great vision. And assistant referee rightly gives
Niye
them
geç açıyor? Geç
Ya
açmasının sebebi 4
online
oyunu mu?
strateji oyunu yok mu? Online strateji oyunu oynayak ya.
Var mı öyle bir şey? 3'lü
Mesela
4'lü.
kale askerler şey yapıp böyle saldırma maldırma.
Ben hiç
Var mı öyle
meraklısı
bir şey?
olmadım ya.
Eskiden Age of Empires vardı ya, onu
Age of
oynardım.
Empires hiç biliyorum ben onu. Ben bir baktım ona hiç zevk almadım. İlla bana çatara patara olacak ya.
Onda da var çatara patara.
Ya var da bunun gibi değil böyle hani pompalıyı alıp da adamın beynini dağıtamıyorsun yani.
Adamları
Red
doğuşturuyorum
Alert
orada.
vardı, Red Alert.
Ha, evet, evet.
En iyi oyun zombi oyunu ya. 4 kişi oynuyorduk ya bir ara. World at Z miydi? Neydi o?
Call
Hani
of Duty
o
yeni bir
ateşlerin
tane
içine
yapıyormuş
giriyorduk.
şimdi herhalde.
He, sırf özel şeysiz. Direkt o oyun olacakmış. Multiplayer, cart olmayacakmış. Hikaye modu cart. Sadece ona özel. Ben alırım.
Aa,
Ben kimleyim?
Cengiz'le mi
biz
olduk?
beraberiz Atilla.
Tamam,
Benim kartlarımı da görüyorsun sen.
tamam. Bende mi o? Şimdi sıra bende mi?
Yok, Hünkar da bak. Hünkar üzerinde sarı bir ışık var.
Yanıyor Hünkâr'ınki bak
Ha.
geri sayıyor 5 4 3 diye.
Geri döndürdü. Oyun akış yönü değil.
Elimizdeki kağıtları bitireceğiz değil mi?
Hazır mısın bak?
Aha.
8 ne oldu?
Şimdi bir kağıt atıyor ya birisi. Eğer senin elinde de varsa araya girebiliyorsun. Senin çarpı çıkıyor, kare çıkıyor, bir şey çıkıyor.
Ha.
Böyle 8'e
Sen de.
8 attın mı renk değiştirebiliyorsun.
Kasayım ben.
Atilla abi çok bekledi lan. Yazık, biraz daha oynasın.
Deep into stoppage time. And here's Eto. Now it's Yamal. Zanetti gets across to intercept that.
Ha, mesela beşliği atacaksın sen. Mavi beşliği de ben atacaktım.
Take the lead, but it's
At. Şu an yine Atilla abi de.
so there was
Bir var elimde onun.
what an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So
At,
I'm looking
at işte.
forward to what's to come.
Çekiver
Yok.
6'yı.
So both teams
Kaybettim.
still stuck on the starting blocks here. 0-0 at the break.
Sıra
Niye
bende mi?
atmadın?
Adam
Yoktu
4
ki.
çektirdi ona, 4. Şu
Aa.
an atabilir. O fonksiyonel kağıt kullandı.
Here we go again. Besiktas have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession.
Çok sekli Atilla bu. Biraz oynadın. Sen
Ay
alışkanlık
ulan
yaparsın.
elimdekini kaçırdım.
Going and eventually
Atmadın değil mi?
Dur şunu atacağım. Sen şimdi sana çıktı. Üçgen ya da at. Bravo.
Donatoni.
Son kart gelince onu diyeceksin abi. Kareye basacaksın.
Tamam.
Bunu basarsam kötü olur.
Well marshalled there because he was denied the
O alır.
opportunity to turn. It's a pretty loose pass. No, that was never going to make it. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Nicely weighted ball, and Dyke calmly anticipates.
Vur abi vur.
Donatoni. Played into space. Oh, that's a key interception.
Challenge Dashline diyor. Challenge mi yapayım?
Yapma. Yap.
Kareye bas.
Yapmadım.
Eğer yapmayacaksan kareye basacaksın. Bir daha oynayacaksın Atilla abi.
Bir daha mı oynuyorum?
Hmm.
Ne atacağım? Renk ne?
Yeşil,
Yeşil.
bak, kart yeşile dönüştü yerdeki
Yeşil.
Ha. Tamam.
Oh, easy pickings there.
Mesut Kral davet atıyor ya bu.
He welcomes it in.
Ya amına koyacağım ya.
Beni durdurdu.
That is the goal we've all been yearning for. Oh, beautifully dispatched.
Sikeceğim var ya.
Pitching that. That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal. 99
Aha.
out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
pis rakam yedik ha. 103 ben yedim ha.
Oo, güzel para çıkmış ha. 132. Of.
200'e bitiyor zaten.
Very different game on our hands now, Peter. What do you think here? Besiktas are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances. That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Neto.
Aha.
Cannavaro gets a foot in here.
Ne oldu
Amına
la?
koyayım.
Kağıtlarım gitti amına koyayım.
Senin
Kafadan
kağıtların daha
gitti.
güzel oldu şu an.
Coutinho does really well to win the ball there. And he's searching through. And he shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Selamünaleyküm.
Aleykümselam.
Ne
Aleykümselam.
oluyor oğlum?
Crack at it.
Ne yapıyorsun?
Very well.
Şeye davet et Yıldırım. Meçhul Kural'a.
The expected outcome. Looking for a
He
run.
davet, ses davet.
He.
Atayım.
That's a fine interception.
Biz onlar onu oynuyor. Ben klasman yapıyorum.
Ben ne zaman oynayacağım amına koyayım ya?
Bekle.
Pushing bicep to bicep and he wins out. Rodri. And the pass is intercepted. That's a cute ball. And he was quick to react. Can he get it through?
Gömçür.
Tamam.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude.
Abi niye sen de sen atamıyor musun onu?
Yok, attırmıyor. Sadece şey soruyor.
Footed approach.
Challenge yapacağım mı yapmayacağım diye.
Geri döndür. Geri döndürme kağıdı da vardı.
Yo, attırmadı ki bana. Sadece buna izin verdi. Kabul
Allah
ediyorum.
Benim
Allah.
elimdekini al istersen.
Ne yapayım? Bu sana mı şey
Ben,
yapacağım?
evet.
In his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop. Besiktas really are showing
İyidir o ipne ya. Onun eli çoğalsın biraz.
but it's potency they need. Now it's Gerrard. Now it's Messi. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional.
Alt sadece. İyi de niye kırmızıya çevirdin onu anlamadım.
Elimi bitirmek için.
Oy.
7 atınca ne oluyor?
İstediğin kişinin kartını alıyorsun. Bu eli gördün mü sen? Bu eli, benim elimdeki eli.
Evet.
Onu geri alacaklar, haberin olsun.
Şeyin Hünkâr'ın kağıdını alabilirsin abi hemen. Aa,
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Abi ben önce senin kağıdını bir alayım.
evet.
We're not going to see any complacency after that. Thuram cuts it out.
Ben de pis yedili gibi yedileri bekletiyorum amına koyayım.
Şimdi sen al.
Almamın bir anlamı yok ki aslında. Ama onun fonksiyonel kağıdı vardı herhalde.
Get him away.
Yo,
Run onto that.
o da aynı şey. Yeşil vardı yine.
O da bir sikim değil.
Şimdi sen şey yapacaksın. Yanlış yaptın.
Kabul etme, elinde vardır kesin onun.
Stood up well to it there. Nice looking ball.
Çarpıyor bas.
Yer yeşildi zaten.
Cafu. There's the man who
Ben niye yiyorum oğlum bunları anlamadım.
Yer yeşildi zaten. Sen bir daha yeşil yaptın.
Ben rastgele bastım amına koyayım ya.
Neyse.
as it goes. In the end then no joy.
Bana çevir eli. Yeşil çevriliyor ya.
They were beaten.
Bu mu?
Ha. At sen. Sen atabiliyorsun.
Atamıyorum, gelmedi.
boys. It's just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, they are up and running already.
Yaya Toure will be key here, Peter. His versatility and drive makes him a nightmare for the opposition.
He was actually a much more conventional holding midfield player in his younger days, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's come on in leaps and bounds since then. In fact, he's at his best when partnered with a defensive midfielder like that, because it means he has license to just join the attack.
So he's benefited a lot from his new role.
Yeah, it's brought so much more out of him. He's a true all-round player now.
And this is Nedved. And it's Hullet. Cruyff. Now it's Nedved. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Hullet proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days. All part of a forward's duties.
Now it's Owen. Thiago, pretty cagey early on from both sides. For Pedro Neto. Pinches it off him. Zanetti did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Besiktas have got it back and they'll have another go. Cruyff! Oh, it's come loose. Lofted in. Oh, smashing header! Goal! Besiktas! A great delivery and a finish to match.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have our breakthrough.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang. Monaco clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Hullet gets rid without sophistication. Played out towards the right wing. Zanetti. Well, that pass isn't the best. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Can he get it through? Hullet gets into a good position. And they've got a throw. It's going to be another throw. And that's definitely not his best. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Hullet. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. That looks a decent ball. And he's managed to get free. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, that's a key interception. Yaya Toure has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Aims beyond the defence. Puyol tries to pass it through. Roberto Carlos. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Seedorf. Besiktas have it back and can go again.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And he's picked it up out wide. The ball is loose and the chase is on. He's a sharp little ball here. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Besiktas clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Knocks it into space. And that was nowhere near his best. And this is Owen. Hullet. And he's onside. Hullet plays it in. Now can he find a finish? That has ended up in no man's land. And the first 45 minutes are up. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Besiktas are 1-0 up at half-time and it's all to play for.
Changement pour l'AS Monaco. Le numéro 9, le numéro 14, Sidor. À leur place, le numéro 18, le numéro 27, le numéro 10, Eto'o.
Here we go again. Besiktas carrying a one-goal lead. No way he was going to let him past. Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Nice sequence of passes this. It's a really well-measured ball, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And they win it back again. Saliba cuts out the pass. Van der Sar. And here's Eto'o. Eto'o was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. This is Owen. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
He's had a shot! They've scored! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop. Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Monaco grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Yaya Toure. Thiago, nicely spread. Backward it goes. Tries a shot! Well, now it's a race. And Yaya Toure! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Changement pour l'AS Monaco. Le numéro 17.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been
Le
expecting.
numéro 7. À leur place, le numéro 13. Pirlo.
Can they get him
Le
away?
numéro 15.
Nedved. Now it's Eto. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Played into space out wide. Oh, he's found support out wide. Could try cutting inside here. And he cuts out the supply. Tries to play it through. Great vision. Well timed. Excellent interception. And he's managed to get rid. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Cruyff. A look. Can he finish? And that would have been some goal.
Cruyff certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Looking to play him in. And this is Cruyff. Roberto Carlos defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Monaco clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And this is Eto. And claimed it back swiftly. Thuram. Saliba, quality ball. And he's intervened well there. Rafael Varane. Now it's Owen. Saliba cuts it out. And he's gone looking for safety. Now it's Owen. Nicely weighted ball. Eto could move up a gear here. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
That's really well manoeuvred. Pirlo. Hernes.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Nesta gets over and intercepts. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Yaya Toure. Pull it. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, they could break here. He's picked his way through. Oh, well played, well played. And that is that. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle.
Well, Peter, if you're looking for a top-class left-back, look no further than this guy.
Seriously rapid Serginho. What can we expect from him?
Well, he's like a full-back, wing-back and winger.
Goes for goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Pirlo! And that is great goalkeeping.
Pirlo probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. They get a throw in. And it's Doué. Best. Good played through for the wide man. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Ribery. Zanetti. Throw in. Ribery. Up he goes! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
And it's Doué. Pressure coming in from all directions. Ribery. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Ribery was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Has a shot! Oh, crossbar! And he's quick to snatch it back. Best. Good, strong midfield running here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Doué. Thuram gets a foot in here. Pull it. Now it's Nedved. Now that looks a decent ball. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact...
Chance for a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Owen deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And he's being shifted off it. Neymar making good progress on the right-hand side. Now it's Ribery. Ribery crosses, punched away. It's going to be another throw. And he's managed to gift it back. Doué is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Tries to play it through. Doué providing an outlet on that flank. Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Cannavaro. Pirlo. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. There's the shot! There it is!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Best. Bullet. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Doué. Nice control. Played into space out wide. Best. Now this could be a chance. And a chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Messi. Driving on and making good progress. Messi! Oh, great save by Dina. Bullet can be a real threat inside the box. He's shifting through the gears here. Cannavaro defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That's beautifully weighted.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Looking to play him in. That has not gone well. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Pass is just off target. Nicely weighted ball. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a sharp little ball here. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Pirlo. Best, a player who needs no introduction. Bullet. And this is Ribery, and this is Nedved, and he's got the beating of it, and the shot! He's got a goal! Besiktas back on level terms! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And Owen! It's off target and by quite a way.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
Oh, terrible mistake. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And the shot!
Davids. Looking for the run. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Best. Good running. Strong. Best! Oh, great save by Dida. And it's Pirlo. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Owen. Now it's Messi. Oh, good read. Besiktas can breathe again. Just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Looking for options for movement. Zanetti. Best. Now this could be a chance. Ribery. Zanetti. It's a throw-in.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 21. Camisa 3. Camisa 15.
And this is Owen.
Camisa 14.
Oh, he's burst through.
Neymar.
Oh, what a stop.
Camisa
Had to be
9.
at his very best.
Fechando o campo para a
The
entrada
defence
dele.
just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Camisa 22. Camisa 25.
Raul cuts out the pass.
Camisa 8. Camisa 20.
Messi.
Substituição em
Messi
andamento.
will not want to lose out here, not against this. It's McManaman! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, it was a brilliant touch to set himself up. Just a shame that the finish let him down.
Beckenbauer. Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he get on the end of this? Besiktas are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Shot could be on. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And there's the shot! Lacking in accuracy.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Half an hour gone in the second half. Zanetti.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's intervened well there. No, that pass has been well intercepted. Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Can he get it through? Bullet. Oh, nicely intercepted. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team.
This pitch is go for it territory right now.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Kubo. Now it's Messi.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Park Ji-sung. Now that's well seen too. Not too much to add on here, just a minute. Now, can they get him away? Played back in. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Decent game of football that, intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Your final thoughts, Jim? Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We have already started here. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of...
There's the shot! And it's come down to him. There it is!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
So, a breakthrough already. Threads one in. That's a shade optimistic. Nuno Mendes. Now Neymar. Rummenigge. And he's had it nicked away. Priol defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And Owen! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Besiktas with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Climbs up big! Decent enough try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Kunde gets good distance on it. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Besiktas leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Now it's Owen. Neymar. Bergkamp. And it's Rodri. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Kunde. Now it's Haaland. And this is Ronaldo. Rodri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rummenigge unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that's a dangerous ball. Bergkamp showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Looking for options for movement. Owen looking to get on the end of this. And that's a throw-in. Crossed in once more. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Pedri. Oh, this is a very good run. There they go, hunting in packs. Davids.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he was quick to react. And it's Neymar. Now it's Haaland. Now that looks a decent ball. He's got away. He's cut it out. Bergkamp. Neymar. Tries to pass it through. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And this is Ronaldo. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Besiktas have themselves a chance from the spot to increase the lead. What a save by Diogo Costa! Oh, he's missed!
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
He's got full! And he's there to clear it. Now it's Nedved. Nedved with the delivery. Throw in. Haaland. Bergkamp. That's a good ball out wide. Cruyff. Oh, super find. Face. Owen! He scored! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Besiktas are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Thuram gets his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Sağ ol Burak ha.
Rummenigge. Nuno Mendes. Rummenigge receives it in a wide position. And it's Pedri. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
Peter, the keeper knows that even if it's one...
Neymar! Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! A finish right from the top draw. A goal at a really telling moment. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Now it's Haaland. Nice defending, it's got the job done. Can he get on the end of this? It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now he's got space here. And there is the half-time whistle. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time.
It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent.
Just a quick announcement.
They need
We
to
would like
go
to
with the same
inform you that
intensity and
CCTV
tempo
is
they
now
showed
in
in getting
operation
both the
for your
goals.
safety.
Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Besiktas are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Rodri. Pedri, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. He is through here. So shoots! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Corner number 3 coming up. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Cannavaro can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's in a great position here. Nedved receives it in a good position here. And he's quick to get it clear again. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Good ball, good take. Nicely weighted ball. Takes a shot! It's in! Manchester United are back on level terms. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal.
And the finish! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Neymar is offering a wry smile there.
Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Nedved. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found some space.
The attendance for this match is
Besiktas
17,000
have got it back and they'll have another go. No way through. And now they can clear their lines.
There they go, hunting again.
Looking to play him in. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Neymar. Nice interception, well timed. Oh, shooting chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then.
opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Manchester United take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in...
Nedved is on his own. That's brave goalkeeping, really decisive.
He stood his ground brilliantly until he actually needed to act, and everything he did there was spot on. Well, that's certainly more like it.
It's Neymar! That carried quite a threat. Cristiano Ronaldo. He is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Back into the middle. Into the last quarter of an hour.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
No, that's been intercepted. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Bergkamp. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Owen. No, that was never going to make it. Looking for the run. Neymar. He's picked his way through. Serves up. He rises! He has done it! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forward behind that one.